Now later we are going to look at videos about those who had prophesied, you know, and those who are waiting for the election result to be out so that they are going to make a compilation of, oh yes, they prophesied and it came to fulfillment. For example, our friend here, Prophet Uebert Angel, who is whom I'll be discussing today in this video as well. Actually, when he came to Nigeria at when he was doing his Miracle Money Jamboree, of course, some of you, if you have not watched my previous video with the example I gave you of what they call miracle money, where husbands and wife are sending each other money and coming to give testimonies, of course, you know that already, that we discussed that and exposed the nonsense. Okay, so he said in Nigeria that he was going to release who is going to be the next president, as he is a major prophet, you know, prophetic, you know, Lord himself. Till today, he had not released the video.
It's a charlatan, this one. When he saw that his influence was going down, he said, where can I go? He left his spiritual father from Ghana. He left his spiritual father from Ghana and he went to another spiritual father from Nigeria, Pastor Chris. Now when he got there, because he knows how to penetrate his way, started putting money, going there with money, and Pastor Chris said, ha, come closer. The other day somebody asked me a question and said, what do you think about Pastor Chris? I said, I don't know what to think about him. The only question that I have, which is an answer to your question, is how did he bring this charlatan close to him? This is a fake prophet. All his prophecies are arranged prophecies.
And he also, till today, he hasn't released a video. But I know for sure, once the winner of the election is released, they are going to do a match-up video of statements he has made here, put it together, different, look out for that, different settings, and then it's going to come together as prophecy fulfilled. Because even he himself being asked, he was streaming, and then people from Nigeria were asking him on his platform, Oga, how far? He never released the video where he talks, say, this person will be present or this person will be present. And this is what he had to say.
Is this week where you're going to have them posted. All right, one is already posted already. So we have two more of the same confirmations being posted. And we are never wrong. Never, 100%. Now, as for this Nigerian one, I will not say, here is what I said on YouTube. No, I will come myself on the Instagram or Facebook and say, just go to that channel, please. Don't bother me. It's there. The people have been watching it, or go to this page or this one, so you see it. It will be open from this week. It's been open. Other one has been open. Another one has been open from last week. It's there on the internet. Go on the internet.
So understanding that, I was asking myself a question. When I got to see this video, I was like, why is it that he didn't just tell them, oh, this is a person, but rather he's telling them that, oh, it has been posted, go and look for it. If you said something, why can't you just say the same thing that you said, since you have said it before? But some of you will not be wise enough to get that fact. Because if you are responding to what he has said before, it's easy for you to just say it again. Unlike his son, Passion Java, that said, oh, clearly his own candidate or who he has seen in the prophetic whatever is this person, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That one is clear. You beat your chest and say, yes, it is. Because if you look at it right now, you're not going to be wondering to yourself, be someone that is close to the person of Apostle Joseph Suleiman, who is looking forward to someone like Peter Obi being the president. And now he's praying that, God, I take God, beg you. You understand? That means, of course, clearly it's not as if he has seen or he has, oh, that kind of thing. But Uebert Angel would want to make it look like, oh, I saw and it came. Because the reason why I'm discussing him right now is based on this whole miracle money shenanigans stuff I discussed before, and his response that is now trending online. I'm going to look at it much later. And in case you are in the Prophet Uebert Angel's camp, some of you follow me, of course, I'm going to look at that subject of him, his response to Apostle Arome Osayi. And then also, you guys know that last Sunday at your church, you guys did miracle money and credit score increment in your church. Some of you know that, and okay, those who are not members of his church, you don't know, but of course he did that. We are going to look at that also as well in this, as I get to look at that, your response to Apostle Arome Osayi. So based on the elections right now, which is yet to be decided, if Peter Obi gets to win or not get to win, at least you know where I stand on it. And as I get to look at the compilation of different prophecies and then what gets to happen, of course, those who prophesied this and it now became different, you know that they always have an escape route for that, because they will tell you that in the Bible some prophecies didn't come to pass and all that. So, but you have to understand one thing when it comes to this whole idea of I for one, as a person on my platform, whether you think it's scriptural or not scriptural, I think that when it comes to this whole idea of politics and then, you know, whether you see God's vision or you don't see God's vision or whatever, I don't think that when it comes to those who call themselves spiritual leaders or pastors should actually be into this whole idea of, oh, God showed me this, God showed me that, because most of them, I would say for a fact, are just using that as a form of relevance by association, whereby keying into this kind of trend, if it was Uebert Angel, he would say that all this prophecy and almost some of these miracles are like a lure for maybe unbelievers or whatever. Later we'll look at that in much detail. But when it comes to politics and then deciding things like this, also who becomes the next president or whatever, conversations like this, I don't think pastors themselves or church leaders should be partisan. Okay, of course, you can speak with regards to telling your audience who are mixed of different political affiliations or who they would want to vote, but not make it look like some of the videos I'm going to show you right now, where some pastors or some church leaders are really threatening their members that if you don't vote for this person, I'll do this, I'll do that. That is nonsense. That's not what I believe in as a person.
This is Labour Party candidate. His name is what? Mr. Peter Obi. So when you want to vote, use this finger. Don't use this one. Are you hearing me? Don't use this one. Don't use this one. Which one will you use? Use this finger. Make sure you put it at the center of where you see. I will not beat you with prayers. I will beat you physically. Father, mother, and the child. That is their logo. A whole reverend like you are doing campaign. I'm doing campaign. Make sure you put it at the center. Don't allow it to enter to any other box. After you have finished putting it at the center, do not fold it like this. If you fold it like this, that ink will touch another box and they will cancel your vote. So when you finish voting, you fold it like this. Are you seeing it? Church, are you seeing it? If you did not vote Peter Obi, what I will do to you in this church, it won't be good for you. If I didn't flog you in this church, know that my name is not Papa Moboy. On Sunday, I will ask those who vote for Peter Obi to raise up their hands. I will see the ink self anyway. If you didn't vote for Peter Obi, you are in trouble in this church, because I will beat you. I will not beat you with prayers. I will beat you physically. Don't vote your ballot paper like this. Don't fold it like this. Fold it like this. Some people, after giving instruction, they will still do what they want to do.
Obviously, because for example, the issue with Dr. Paul Eneche right now, of whom the APC, of course, normal usual noise, have picked him out and then picked out Dino Malayi and picked out Dele Momodu as people that are saying that the DSS should go and arrest at this point. You could know that you see that from the three pictures is Dr. Paul Eneche that is more of like pro Labour Party, but I wouldn't want to, you know what you have discussed about him right here on this platform before. And when it comes to also this whole election thing and all that, like I always tell you, attention is currency. And looking at him also being someone that is a public figure, so much attention and all that, of course what he said at his church was indeed true. Okay, anyone can speak the truth, and I respect him for that, speaking boldly and using his platform to speak out for his own candidate. Or would I say, not really his candidate, but the way it looks like and the way everything appeared, you will know that, come on, Peter Obi was at his church for the whole blessing thing and all that. And also, you understand what I'm saying? So looking at that, I'll say that was quite bold of his person, and then many other quote-unquote men of God that spoke out vehemently, either clearly about who they are looking out for, or would I say about the whole political terrain, because whether you like it or not, there are churches, we all are in this same world together, we are all in the same countries together, so whatever happens in the country would also affect the church, you understand? And if you listen to what Apostle Suleiman said himself, It doesn't matter who anyone gets to vote or something. For those who were calling him and telling him, oh, you know what, I'm waiting for your candidate to lose so that they'll call him out. And it's more of like, you know what, I leave the country and I come back. It's not as if he's based in Nigeria. So whatever happens, it's not him that is going to, like, if I'm to paraphrase, going to suffer the situation, but he's talking, or they get to talk, them in prominence get to talk because of the masses, which I think makes a whole lot of sense. So the point right now of what I'm trying to say is what this pastor said. If you will not believe me or my stand on why I think pastors should not really be that partisan because of the body of Christ and how diverse people are.
Who told you God decides who will be president? We're in a democracy. Come on now. Come off it. Somebody now come and say, God told me his will is this. Come on, I beg. That's Lambao. You don't understand? Anything that is already subject to the will of man, God never tampers with. You say, but in the Old Testament, he chose king for them. Was it a democracy? Was there INEC in Israel? Do people think? You know, when you over-spiritualize scriptures beyond what the written word says, you begin to say all kinds of crazy things. Say, God showed you that he is the president. Stop it. It's like the same thing with people who say they predict football match. All liars. Liars. Lying wonders. Big fat liars. Say, God showed me. Arsenal will beat Man City. Say, you cannot tell us. Oh, you go. See the color of my suit. See the color of my suit. See the color of who is preaching. Does it not even tell you this is the will of God for premiership this year?
So I don't know if you get my point, but to a great extent, when it comes to this whole I prophesied came to pass and all that, to a great extent what I see is people that draw relevance to themselves and making it look like them speaking about let's say a particular candidate winning an election, and then it becoming that candidate validates them to be men of God. No, because if you even look at the scriptures, of course, the person that was possessed, that was more of like saying, telling the apostles that they were of God and all that. Why would the apostle had to rebuke such a person with a spirit of divination who could still see the truth and say these men are men that are of God? You understand? So when it comes to being able to foresee, some are foreseeing, or would I say seers in another realm. Some are just mere prediction. If it's what is his name again, Apostle Joel, he will say predictive prophecy. Some are just predictions based on maybe looking at how the environment is and how the Elijah, send a fire, bless my altar. If you cannot challenge the fact of what I bring out when I discuss your videos that are out there, like all this miracle money and all this shenanigan stuff, those who get to fake miracles, walk on air, water into wine, vomit money and all that, you should not, if you cannot challenge the fact I present and what I break down from your videos, why are you trying to suppress the truth? And that is what really happens also in other spheres of life. You see churches trying to suppress the truth that I expose about them, and you see also politicians also trying to suppress the truth, like you see right now in the election, whereby people's mandates are taken away from them in the name of rigging as well. So when it comes to this, it's quite universal. You understand? So as time goes on, this whole drama between Apostle Arome Osayi and Prophet Uebert Angel, which he has addressed in his last Sunday service, as if he dedicated the whole Sunday service to dealing with Apostle Arome Osayi's comment on the whole miracle money, which you people know, of course, that Apostle Arome Osayi did not mention any name, which of course Prophet Uebert Angel has been smart enough not to mention any name, of course, with his own response, or what I say, attack as well. But of course, you yourself that are the viewers know exactly who he's talking about, and of course, if you're a follower of Apostle Arome Osayi, you know where the reference point of his own commentary comes from. So the drama is just becoming more interesting, but I'm just hoping that at the end of the whole election, coalition of results and all that, whoever is declared the winner, either by crook, Nigerians will get to accept who the person is, and then we hope for a better tomorrow as well. But I really do hope it's a person of Peter Obi. Okay, we have a lot to look at as time goes on, so brace yourself up. Subscribe to my backup channel, BRG Analysis. It's right here on YouTube. If you're watching me on Facebook, follow my backup Facebook page, because my Facebook page right here, BRG Analysis, is also having some interesting issues, which I'll get to explain later on 𝙧𝙗𝐻𝚘's Facebook page as well. Quite interesting, I would say. So if they want to shut me up here, I exist here. If you want to shut me up here, I exist here. And we can always keep talking and then bringing light to these situations that are in plain sight, but not everyone gets to see things the way I see. Remember, when you're watching me, you're watching my perspective, which might be different from your perspective or anyone's perspective. But on this platform, we make sure we keep it real, like it's no man's business. See you next time. My name is George.